Moving on here, we have Colorado versus Utah. This is a big noon kickoff for Fox. Colorado favored by 10, over under 47.5. I think you said Colorado is going to win this game big earlier this week, right?
Yes. After the disappointing loss and the flag heard around the world, Utah is not going to come into Boulder, Colorado. They're not coming in with any juice at all. They're going to be completely distraught for this game, and it wouldn't surprise me if Utah is like distraught for the rest of the season. Their entire program is in shambles right now. Their athletic director might be getting fired. That's
they might be getting kicked out of the Big 12, man.
They might even be getting kicked out of the Big 12. It's that is a train wreck, and quite the opposite is what's going on with Colorado. They are acting as if they're the best team, and they're playing like the best team in the Big 12. I mean, there's not a lot of people disputing that right now. A lot of people out there have Colorado in terms of power rankings. I know that they've got 2 losses and BYU's undefeated, but in terms of what they look like, the eye test, and how they're winning their games against their opponents, they're winning their against their opponents. They're 17 points of a difference in between their opponents, whereas BYU is less than 9 or something like that. So I have Colorado coming up big against Utah. It's probably going to be somewhere around like 51 to like 14.
No way. Utah's got a good defense, dude.
They're not going to be up for it.
They held BYU to 1 offensive touchdown, dude. I mean, they lost 10-7 earlier this year. They lost 17-14 versus Houston. They got a good got a good defense, bro.
Context is everything, Steve. They were up for that game. It was in their home court or home field, home field. The fan base was firing away. They hadn't had a flag heard around the world like that. None of that happened yet. As soon as all that happened, Utah's defense fell to the ground, and they could have stopped BYU. They could have stopped them. They didn't. And all the stuff that's going on with their athletic, I mean, I guarantee you the entire team right now is going to sit there and act as if they deserve to win. They're going to be thinking about that loss for weeks to come. Look what happened with Baylor when they lost in overtime against Colorado. They were thinking about that win for weeks to go, and now Baylor is back on track and playing well again. Utah is not going to recover in time for this game. They just won't, dude. They're going to Colorado. They're going to be down on themselves. They're not going to show up. They're going to be like, we're out of we can't play for a bowl game. We're out of the conference championship. The only thing that they had to play for was the BYU game. They lost that. Their eyes are completely off of the season. They don't want to play anymore. They don't want to play anymore the rest of the season.
So this is not a trap game for Colorado?
No, not at all. Not at all. Colorado is going to run all over them. The game that they need to be worried about is KU.
Okay. I don't agree with them scoring 51 points. Obviously, I got Colorado winning this game. I got Colorado winning. I do think Utah's defense is good, but their offense is garbage. I don't even know who's going to play quarterback for them. No idea. No idea what to expect out of their offense. I don't think Colorado's defense is like anything amazing. I really don't.
Their D line is.
I think Colorado is going to win 31-17. Hitting the over by a half a point and covering as well. So, I mean, if you're a Colorado fan, you got to be liking what I'm saying here. You're hitting over, you're covering as well. Colorado is in the driver's seat along with BYU to go to Arlington. Like you said, the game they should be looking at is the KU game, because when looking at their schedule, I mean, they have Utah at home, at KU, and at Oklahoma State at home. I mean, they have, like you said in the last podcast, they have by far the best chance of anyone to win their last 3 games. The schedule makers were pretty nice to them when looking at, who they play. They barely play anyone in the top half of the league. They got pretty lucky there, but they're still a pretty good football team, and they've gotten a lot better. Hopefully their players decide not to pick any fights with any ball boys this year or this game. If you know, you know.
Stir killer. Sanders gets hurt. Utah wins 10-9.
I assume he's talking about Shadur and not Shiloh, because I think if Shiloh didn't play, I think it'd be better for their defense, honestly. But I got Colorado winning 31-17, covering the spread, heading to over as well. I think they're a good team. I will be picking KU to beat Colorado next week.
Listen, Steve, if this was earlier in the season or it wasn't the game immediately right after the BYU loss and the way they lost, I might take your score a little bit more than mine. But because of where their season is at and what just happened last week, they're not coming into this game level-headed. They're not coming into this game with confidence. I guarantee you. And the confidence is quite literally tipped on the other scale for Colorado. They're playing with all the confidence in the world right now, and they're clicking offensively, defensively. They're turning it around. Dude, I respectfully disagree with 31 points. I think it's way too low. I mean, you could meet in the middle maybe, but we'll say maybe like 45, I guess. 50, 31, 45,
no
right?
way, dude.
40?
No way. I think Utah's defense is better than K-State's. And, they scored 28 against K-State. So
I hear what you're saying, Steve, but the defense is a part of the team that just lost they're too you're taking the human element out of this score prediction. I'm adding what literally just happened last week. It is going to be on their minds, dude.
I agree. I just think their defense is good. That's all I'm going to say. If you guys like what we're doing right here, make sure you guys like, subscribe, tell your friends. We are really close to 1,000 subs. We are trying to get there to be fully monetized. We're getting all the views and watch time. We have double the watch time needed. We were just lacking some subs. So please subscribe if you're a Big 12 fan, K-State fan, whatever team. Just go ahead and subscribe.
I just thought of something, Steve. Utah fans are acting like Democrats after the election.
Oh, man.
The meltdown.
Kenny is going political. Political Kenny.
The meltdown. Hey, I don't side for either or. I don't really care. But I'm just saying, like, it's just funny to watch the comparison of the meltdown.
There was some meltdowns happening for sure.